It's Wednesday, so we are taking questions from you, the viewers at home, as we do almost every week when we can fit it in. And today we can, so let's get right to it. Here's the first question. If, being the key word here, we get a Battle of Alberta, who do you think has the edge? Oilers or Flames? So this is a hypothetical scenario. Should the Oilers and Flames run into each other this postseason, who do you like better over a 7-game series?
Flames.
As well as the Edmonton Oilers have been playing.
It's going to be.
I was next year. I'm up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As well as the Edmonton Oilers have been playing lately, and I think they could be a dangerous playoff team, I'll still give a slight edge to the Calgary Flames because of Markstrom in net. Yes, the Oilers goaltending and Smith have been playing fantastic as of now, but just over the long haul, a 7-game series, I believe Markstrom is, the better goaltender and proven during this season. And Calgary with that top line is dynamic. As good as McDavid and Draisaitl are, that might be the best line in hockey.
Yeah,
Lindholm, Kachuk, and Gaudreau.
I think you have to be physical with Calgary, and if you're going to be successful, and I don't know if Edmonton is enough of that, as well as Mike Smith has played lately. I give it definitely to Markstrom. The overall depth of Calgary too. I would give them the advantage. So,
but the gap's closed, I would say, Billy, from maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago.
I'd still say it's a 6-game series.
You know what I think it comes down to, and I don't know if it's goaltending or depth, and those things obviously matter. I just think that the Calgary Flames have proven one thing consistently all year: their commitment to their structure. And I don't think that they're going to find themselves in a 7-game series against the Oilers, break out of that. And I think in the end, that's why they will win. Because I think the way they play caters to success in the postseason, and I'm not sure that the way the Oilers play.
I'd love to see it.
Well,
yeah, heck of a series.
I do feel like Jay Woodcroft has done a really nice job.
Of course.
Oh, gosh.
And bringing that in, and they're distinct. It's become less of a thing, meaning they've backtracked better. They've picked up the right guys more. They've done different little things. But I say as a team, I just think the defensive structure and also just the DNA of the Flames is more where it needs to be. Right?
All right, fair enough. So it is Flames across the board. Sorry, Oilers fans. Let's get to our next question here. This one also from Instagram. More likely to return to the playoffs next year, the New York Islanders or the Winnipeg Jets?
It's a tough one.
Both of them need.
I think both of
them.
I think both of them
Big
can
time.
return to the playoffs, but I'd go with the New York Islanders for me, Billy. But I just think they were up against it right from the start of the year. I know nobody makes excuses within the organization and justify anything, but injuries, COVID, 13 games on the road while they're finishing their new building. Those things factored in this season, big time. I think we're seeing more of what the Islanders are all about right now in the last 4 to 6 weeks, where this is the team we all thought, certainly I thought, that they would be, where they're just a real well-structured oil machine that make it tough on you every night. We didn't see that the first 30 games of the season with the New York Islanders. Are they getting a little older, long in the tooth, as you say? Possibly, but, I still have faith in Barry Trotz and his structure, and Lou Lamoriello, my old boss, who I never bet against him.
Yeah, I think both teams need to make the playoffs next year. I do. I think they both need to get back there. I was bummed. I thought the Winnipeg Jets, I had them making the playoffs. I thought, that they would. I thought they'd be better, and I'm curious to see what happens there. Will they have another new coach? Will Lowry be back or not? I don't know. I'm going to say, therefore, more likely, New York Islanders. If you had to put a few dollars down, Jackie, I'd say they'd be the team.
But the Jets have so much firepower, too. What would be one thing you say
defense
has been the difference in
defense?
Why they've been so inconsistent this year? Because they've been lights out, off and on, but just not enough this year.
Defensively, their defensive crew needs to get more in tune, better.
We're going to be unanimous again on this one, and I am going to say the Islanders are more likely to return to the postseason. And my reason is that we're already hearing rumblings of the fact that Scheifele might not return to Winnipeg next year. He could be gone. They could be changing this team, the core DNA of this team, this offseason. If that happens, then I think it's much more likely that the Islanders return to the postseason than the Jets. But we shall see. That was a great question. So thank you, Andrew, for the question. Next up, Jason wants to know, after Igor's recent second surge, should he be placed back in the Hart Trophy conversation? So a .936 save on the year, and Prince Igor has been great in the month of April.
Yes, I've always had him in the Hart conversation, top 3.
So he never left for you?
He never left. Did he dip a little bit? Yeah, because what have you done for me lately? He went through a couple game struggle or a couple weeks there for him anyway. But every goaltender, every player is going to go through it. He's been remarkable. Is he the most important player to his team? He very well may be, but it's just such a great race for the Hart Trophy. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it being Huberdeau. I wouldn't have a problem with it being Matthews, and I wouldn't have a problem with it being Shesterkin. So yes, he's certainly in there and climbing again, I think, Billy, with this second surge that Jason talks about.
Two shutouts in a row, 3 in a row for the team. Pretty good, as Larry David would say. I think that this is I think it's a worthy discussion. Great question, worthy. I don't think he'll win it, but I do think he'll be in the discussion. He'll get significant votes for the top 5. Yeah, no question. And this extra surge recently will only keep him into that conversation. He's been remarkable this year, and doing it on the biggest city in the United States and handling it with no problem whatsoever.
Stage,
yeah, I mean, he's handled it with no, at least overtly, doesn't seem like any problem. In fact, a few weeks ago when he wasn't playing well, what did he say? I don't want to talk about my game right now. That's it. I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He was admitting that it was bad, and he's handled it great. So he's in it. I don't think he'll win it, though, but he's definitely in the conversation.
Hey, that rhymes.
There you go.
Like
just for you.
He's in it, won't win it. But it's going to be, I wouldn't have a problem with any of those 3 guys that I mentioned. And I'll throw a 4th in Roman Josi, as we talked about. I'm saying I wouldn't have a problem with certainly the first 3 guys winning the Hart Trophy. Tough argument.
You got to even throw Johnny Gaudreau's name in.
Yeah, Gaudreau.
Oh, yeah.
But he'll be in it, but he won't win it either, but he'll be in it.
Well, we saw Austin Matthews on that Hart Trophy candidates board sitting at 58 goals because he hasn't played in a couple games.
Yeah.
So this question, could the success of the Leafs without Matthews actually hurt his case for the Hart Trophy? It is most valuable after all. Now, to be fair to Matthews, he's only missed 2 games.
Right.
So these are the numbers with Matthews, without. It's such a small sample
Remember, there
size
was
without
a guy by the name of
Matthews.
Crosby that has done well when Malkin hasn't been in the lineup.
And vice versa.
And that's also part and parcel when your superstar is out. The other guy's antenna go up a bit and said, let's not let him down. And then also the other guys get more of an opportunity. So then they go out and they do some really good stuff. I don't think it will hurt his opportunity to become the Hart Trophy winner. I don't think it'll hurt him at all. In fact, it may help him. Just like say, hey, listen, I know they've done well, but we miss seeing you out there, Austin. We're rooting for you to score, to get to 60.
We want 60.
Yeah.
I would look at it more from a standpoint, Leafs fans should feel good about this because this means the Leafs are a deeper team.
They're a good
a little better team, but your antenna does go up. I agree with that comment, Billy, as far as, just going back to my days when one of our top guys was out, whether it was Niedermayer in the back end or Stevens, knew I was going to get a little more ice time, which I liked, and your antenna goes up.
Yeah.
You got to perform. Don't let the team down. No, I can't do what those guys can do, but everybody raises their level of play if you're a good team, and the Leafs have been a good team this year.
And I think that's on display the last couple of games. No Matthews in the lineup, the team's still rolling, and William Nylander, 2 goals, 2 assists in those 2 games, won a game winner. I thought it was interesting. I forget where the article was, probably The Athletic, but something about Nylander, not so happy with his play, went back and looked at some game tape from earlier in the year when he was playing well, and then compared it to not playing so well about a week or so ago, and the thing he noticed was that he just wasn't skating as much.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that funny? Move your feet.
Most guys say the exact same thing. I wasn't moving my feet. I wasn't in the play enough. Because what happens, and you'll hear coach speak too, perimeter hockey is not winning hockey, right? You can't play on the perimeter and win regularly. It's amazing what by moving your feet does.
You know what? Adding to that, and I've heard that so often where, as a player, and we've all been through it where we think we're playing a little better than we are. We're doing the things that we just aren't playing. We aren't getting the production. But then you watch the tape that you're talking about, Jackie. You go, oh, yeah, I'm not quite moving there. I'm not quite getting to the inside. I'm not quite, And that's why I'm a believer in, even back in my day, when some guys didn't want to go to the video, I love the video because I'm going, it would put things into perspective.
Was
and
it
go,
black and white in your
tape
day?
don't lie.
I'm not playing as good as I thought, or I'm not doing the things that made me successful prior, the little things that all add up.
All right. Well,
I'm not going to argue with you.
tape don't lie. Thank you, everyone at home, for the questions.
Great questions.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it. Really
awesome.
great questions
Great questions
today.